Do you ever have a day that goes like this? So imagine all these rocks represent the things that you want to get done during the day. Some of these rocks you're going to notice are bigger than others, and these are the more important things, the things that are really going to make a difference. Now, at the beginning of your day, it starts, you've just got things already coming. You checked your email and your boss is already asking for things at 7 o'clock in the morning. You've still got to get breakfast. Your wife is asking for help here. Your kids are asking for help. You got to commute to work. You did not get a chance to get a workout in. You show up to work and the fires keep hitting you. So by mid-morning, the fires keep coming in. In fact, you decide to skip lunch and it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you finally have, you think, a little bit of time to look at those important tasks. But guess what? They will not fit. You can't get them done. You don't have the energy. You don't have the room to get these things done. Now let's flip the script. Imagine if your day started like this. You wake up a bit early so you've got time for yourself. You're able to go to the gym, exercise, you eat a good breakfast. You do not check your email until you're going to go into work. So you're able to actually get a lot of things done for your family or for others. You can go for a nice walk with your dog. And all of a sudden you leave for work a bit early. You're able to leave at a time that you don't deal with that crazy commute. You show up to work, and of course, there are things that need to get done. You start to do them. But at 9 o'clock, you've got a time set aside that you're going to work on this big, important project, which you know is going to really make a difference for the company. Now you check your email again at 11, your boss threw some more fires, but they kind of resolved themselves. You go and you have a 30-minute lunch, you get to catch up with some colleagues. You're back in the office by 1 and you know not to check your email, to instead focus in on that important project that's really going to move the needle. Now 3 o'clock rolls around, you're a bit tired, but this is the time when you go through all of your email, you're checking social media, you're seeing what's going on outside, all those other things, which honestly don't matter much. Now, did you notice the difference? In one scenario, you were not able to get in the big rocks. In the other scenario, you put the big rocks in early, you allotted time and space for them, and you were able to accomplish the things that really matter. Well, all that sounds great in theory, but how do you make it happen? Guys, that's the subject of today's video, 5 tips to make things happen. Now, today's video is brought to you by Audible, and for over a decade, I've been a paid member because I believe in the power of audiobooks. The book I'm listening to right now, The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath. And this book is just blowing my mind with the ways that I can improve the customer service we provide here at Real Men Real Style. We've got the code of the extraordinary mind. If you're so smart, why aren't you so happy? I've got over 500 books on my phone because every single year I manage to get through 50 books leveraging the power of audiobooks. Now with Audible, you get access to an unbeatable selection of audiobooks. We're talking bestsellers, motivation, mysteries, thrillers, memoirs, and more. And Audible members, you can choose from 3 titles every month, 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals you can't hear anywhere else. Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks on the planet, and you can listen on any device, anytime, anywhere, at home, at the gym, on your commute, or just on the go. And they've also got the easy audiobook exchange. I didn't like a book last month. I simply traded it in, got another one, and if you don't use the credits, they roll over to the next month. To start listening for free with a 30-day Audible trial, that's your first audiobook plus 2 Audible originals for free, go to audible.com/RMRS or text RMRS to 500-500. Again, that's audible.com/RMRS or text RMRS to 500-500. So the first step in getting things done is to understand that the system is rigged. And if you stay in it the way it is, it's going to eventually beat you down and you will not be able to overcome it. You're going to have to stop checking your email in the morning. You're going to have to turn off notifications on your phone. You're going to maybe want to adjust the time that you wake up so that you're at a time when other people aren't sending out their messages. Hence why I'm a huge advocate of waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We live in a culture that wants to own your attention. When you realize that this isn't going to change, it's only going to get worse, again, you can implement systems in your life to protect yourself from the onslaught. Now, the next thing you need to realize in order to get things done is that you cannot judge time. Yes, you may think I'm pretty good at this. No, you're not. All human beings, we fall into this trap of, well, on our best day, we were able to get this done in this amount of time, so I should be able to repeat it. It's kind of like driving to someplace. You're able to get there in 15 minutes one time when there was no traffic. It actually takes you, on average, 21 minutes to get there. So you need to start giving yourself margin. It's not a bad thing to show up someplace 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early, because you allotted yourself that time. Now, in a given day, we've got a lot of things that we want to get done. Let's say you're pretty ambitious. You've got 100 things that you want to accomplish today. But the reality is, not all of those things are created equal. Those tasks, some of them are much higher value than others. You need to go through and identify that one task that if you got it done, the day is a win. The problem is we don't prioritize. Guys, use and leverage the priority matrix. I'm going to pull it up right here. This very clearly, when you break out those 100 things you want to get done, you're going to notice only a handful, maybe 3 to 4 are going to fit into that important and a priority. Then you're going to have maybe 5 to 7 that are going to be important but not a priority. And those are the 10 things that you want to focus in on during the day. Next up, let's talk about cutting off. So you need to start saying no. When we've got 100 things you want to accomplish in a day, that's a lot. And I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you need to work up to it. And when you're just getting started, how about you focus in on one thing, 3 things? That's about it. You need to go through and cut off the non-essential. You're going to need to go back and yes, say no to certain people. This is going to protect you. It's going to save you and open up opportunity, because if you're saying yes to everything, the problem here is when an amazing opportunity comes along, you're going to be too busy for it. Next up, you want to have a plan, a detailed plan, but understand the plan is actually not that important. What's important is the planning process. What you go through to put this together. The work, the effort, the thought process, the exercise of planning is what's key. So what's that quote that Mike Tyson said? Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. I love it because it really hits hard on the point that you may lay things out, but life is going to throw some unexpected curveballs at you. And what's going to save you is the process that you've gone through. So even though things may get knocked off the plan, okay, I've already gone through this 100 times, planning this out, adjusting, I can just go through and adjust again. But here's the deal. Whatever you're going to do, whether you're going for a promotion, whether you want to get in shape, whether you want to save up for your first vehicle, have a plan, and you're going to be much more likely to hit your goals. So you've got that plan. Now it's time for massive action. You're going to go through there and you're going to put your head down and you're going to do the work. People like to say that they work hard. That's a bunch of BS. Nobody really enjoys working hard. What you do enjoy, though, is seeing progress. What you do enjoy is the journey. What you do enjoy is being around people that are working just as hard and you're getting motivated, and that's what you want to get into. You want to put in that effort. You want to surround yourself with an amazing team. That really helps when you've got other people that are pulling for you. You want to focus in on putting in that effort. Put in that work. Do the work. Now, this next step is really important, and most high achievers skip over it. And I'm guilty of this as well. And that is, we don't celebrate and we don't take care of ourselves. We work ourselves to exhaustion. We pride ourselves on going from 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night and then doing it again the next day. How about you just stay focused in on what you really need to get done? Yeah, start your day early, but end it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go spend time with the people that matter. You need to take some time away before you are exhausted, because otherwise you're going to burn out. And you need to be able to take that step back and celebrate the process, the small daily wins. And this is tough for those of us that just want to achieve. It's something that we take pride in the final goal. But you're going to need to break this down into parts, celebrate those small wins, and take time to rest so your body can recover. Personally, I schedule fun time because if it's in my calendar, it's going to get done. Date night with my wife on Friday, it's scheduled. Going and taking my kids to a concert on a Saturday night, it's scheduled. Taking my son, going to the gym in the morning, it's scheduled. And guess what? I'm able to enjoy my life. So guys, understand this applies to business. This applies to you getting things done personally in your life. When you schedule things, when you have a plan, when you actually cut off all the distractions, you're going to be able to get done the important things in your life. And let's not forget, wake up early. I recommend waking up at 5 a.m. I'm a huge believer in getting things done early in the morning when other people are not awake to throw their fires on top of you. But how to wake up actually at 5 a.m.? Guys, I got you covered with this video right here. Go check it out. I explain exactly how I wake up and how you can use these tactics to become an early riser. Go check it out. This is an amazing video. I'll link to it down in the description.